Memorial Stadium to be rocking because these fans have been getting ready since early this morning. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hoosiers offense will have the football first. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away.
Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He leaves it with the back. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over.
A lot of room to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance up.
Touchdown, Badger! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on. Gets
it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Find space on the right. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Hoosiers heading quickly to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the left side. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they're dragging down after a good return on the interception.
This is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. On that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception. Indiana
sends the offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Rushes on him. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Get it out on the screen. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Badgers in the hurry-up.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a first down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs and QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive.
on their running back to score that touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying the left side. Turning it on. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a tight end down the gut. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On target over the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Badgers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're going back to the ground. Hard running there. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield on first down. Slings it downfield. Makes a connection. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Looking to throw on first down. Finds changes tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll leave it with him. He's out past the 35. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Buying some time as he moves left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
At the 45 on his way. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Badger. And the punishment has been extended.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And he falls on his own fumble, and that one always puts your heart in the throat. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Give to the running back. Running to Green. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Badgers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st and 10 from their own 13. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. Got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second.
The give to the back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck with the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Brady. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down will open up the final period. The give on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try it.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
He'll take a shot. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Give him 6. Touchdown, Indiana! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Send the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's moving out of the pocket. Open space at the 25. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, they're going with a run-pass option. Look, they're trying to get that 1st down. They hand it off, just not able to get it. It was a nice effort by the back, but ultimately now forcing 4th and short. If I'm on offense, I think I'm staying on the field and going for this one.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Tight end now in motion. Give to the single back. He's in open space downfield. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground. The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll give it on the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the...
Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Lost the throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After this, it'll be a wrap. DBs will try to keep everything in front. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. They walk to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.